next one. Anyway, it is not an order, not an advice. First one is anyway grammatically wrong. Asked that, the only option left is the option D. Now among the 4 options, our task is to go for the best option. There's no need for us to create any option. Come to the next one. Kausalya said to Rama, "Do not desire, O my child, to possess the stars because they are 1,000 miles off." Do not desire, O my child, to possess the stars because they are 1,000 miles off. They are 1,000 miles off is simple present. And as per the rule, simple present must become simple past. Come to option A. Kausalya forbade her child Rama. Forbade means to prevent someone from doing something. Kausalya forbade her child Rama to desire to possess the stars because they were 1,000 miles off. They were 1,000 miles off is simple past. Leave it there. Come to B. Kausalya requested her child. It is not request. If it is a request, what will be there? Please will be there. It is not a request, and there is no need for mother to request her son, in fact. So option B is eliminated. Come to option C. Kausalya ordered her child Rama to not desire. To not desire is wrong. It must be not to desire. One reason, and the simple reason is this is not an order. Kausalya said, "Do not desire, O my child." That means this is not at all a request. So it is not at all a request or an order. So option C is also gone. Come to option D. Kausalya said to her child not to desire to possess the stars because they were 1,000 miles off. 1,000 miles off. Said to comes in the direct speech and indirect speech. Said to comes in the direct speech. The question is in the direct speech. We want the answer in the indirect speech. Eliminated. The answer must be option A. Now, if I say, I forbade him from, I forbade you, I prevent you from committing suicide, or I prevent you from not committing suicide. Every sentence must make sense. I prevent you from not committing suicide means I encourage you to commit suicide. That means I want you to commit suicide. It must be a prevent you from committing suicide. Kausalya forbade her child Rama to desire to possess. Now Kausalya forbade means prevent. Forbade her child Rama not to desire means she wants him to desire that way. She doesn't want him to desire that way. So Kausalya forbade her child Rama to desire is a correct usage. First, the teacher forbade the students, to spit in the classroom or not to spit in the classroom. The teacher forbade the students not to spit in the classroom means the teacher wants the students to spit in the classroom. Does not make sense. The teacher forbade the students to spit in the classroom. It means teacher prevented the students from spitting in the classroom. So forbade her child Rama to desire to possess is completely fine. The stars, because they were 1,000 miles off, simple present became simple past. The answer must be option A. So don't get stuck with any option. Keep eliminating options. At the end, you will come across only one. Come to the next one. What a stupid fellow you are, she remarked. I told you, what a beautiful girl means very beautiful girl. What an innocent boy means very innocent boy. So what a stupid fellow means stupid fellow, very stupid fellow. It must be a very stupid fellow. Based on that, C is eliminated, A is eliminated, D is eliminated. The answer must be option B. Now, very stupid fellow. A very stupid fellow. Come to the question once again. What a stupid fellow you are. You are is simple present. R comes only in the present. No ing. So not continuous, not perfect continuous. No has to have plus V3. So not present perfect. The only category left is simple present. So you are is simple present. And as per the rules, simple present must become simple past. Come to option B once again. She exclaimed that he was a very stupid fellow. He was a very stupid fellow, simple past. The next one. He said, how lovely the scene is. How lovely the scene is means it is a lovely scene or very lovely scene? Very lovely scene. How beautiful she is. That means she is very beautiful. How intelligent the boy is. That means the boy is very intelligent. what an intelligent boy. What an intelligent boy is the same as exclamation mark, is the same as how intelligent the boy is, exclamation mark. So how lovely the scene is means the scene is very lovely. Based on that, B is gone. B doesn't say very lovely. D is gone. D also doesn't say very lovely. Now we have two options that say very lovely, option A and option C. Come to the question. How lovely the scene is. The scene is simple present, and simple present must become simple past. Based on that, option A is eliminated. A says, he exclaimed that the scene is very lovely, simple present gone. We want simple past tense. The answer must be option C. He exclaimed that the scene was very lovely, and the scene was very lovely is simple past. The answer must be option C. Getting it? Come to the next one. You would better, your apostrophe is you would. You would better leave the dog alone, the man said. You would better leave the dog alone, the man said. This is like a warning actually, right? Don't do that. The man said to me to leave the dog alone. Said to comes in the direct speech. Option A is eliminated. The man told me to better leave the dog alone. Considered. The man warned me to leave the dog alone. Considered. The man said I should leave the dog alone. The indirect speech will be said that, right? Eliminated. Now this is a kind of warning. You would better leave the dog alone means it is a kind of warning. The man told me to better leave the dog alone. The man want me to leave the dog alone. As there is a warning, the better option here must be option C. So Bombay is eliminated. Better is not required actually. The better you would better leave the same as I warn you to leave. That's the meaning. So the man want me to leave the dog alone. The next one. The players reported that the spectators were cheering while they were playing. Indirect speech, indirect to direct. The players reported that the spectators are cheering while they were playing. Now here we have two actions in the past tense. One is the spectators were cheering. The other one is they were playing. Two actions in the past tense. The rules are not applicable. The tense and the category must remain the same. Now, the spectators were cheering is verb plus V1 plus ing past continuous. They were playing is also verb plus V1 plus ing past continuous. As we have two actions in the past tense, the rule is not applicable. In the indirect speech, both the actions are in the past continuous tense. So in the direct speech also, both the actions must be in the past continuous tense. Based on that, option A is eliminated. A comes only in the, have comes only in the present tense. So option A is gone. Then option B is eliminated. B says the spectators cheered. Cheered is B2, simple past, eliminated. Come to C. D is also gone. D says cheered, simple past, eliminated. Now we have only one option left, option C. Come to option C. The spectators were cheering while we were playing, said the players. The spectators were cheering. Word cheering is verb plus V1 plus ing, past continuous. While we were playing, verb playing is also verb plus V1 plus ing, past continuous. The tense and the category of both the actions in the past tense remain the same. The answer must be option C. Getting it? Come to the next one. She said, how ugly I look. It's look in fact. She said, how ugly I look in this dress. How ugly, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark must be there because it's an exclamatory statement. How ugly in the sense, ugly or very ugly? Very ugly. Based on that, A is gone. A doesn't say very ugly. B is gone. C is gone. Because A, B and C don't say very ugly, eliminated. Now we have only one option left. Option D. Come to option D. She exclaimed that. Correct. Exclamation, an exclamation mark is there. So said becomes exclaimed. She exclaimed that, how ugly I look in this dress. This becomes that. So she exclaimed that she looked very ugly in that dress. This became that. How ugly I look. The subject here is I. Look is V1. Subject plus V1 is simple present. And as you know, simple present must become simple past. Come to option D once again. She exclaimed that she looked very ugly in that dress. Looked is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past. The rules are fine. This became that. Simple present became simple past. How ugly means very ugly. That is also fine. So the tense in the category, the rules, everything is fine. We changed simple present to simple past. Ugly means very ugly. How ugly means very ugly. This became that. The answer must be option D. The next one. I wonder what he wants of us, said Quint. I wonder what he wants of us. Now, he wants is simple present. Subject plus V1. Simple present must become simple past. I wonder is also simple present. Simple present must become simple past. Come to option A. Quint said that he was wondering what he wanted of him. He was wondering. Was wondering is was plus V1 plus ing. Past continuous. V1 simple past tense. Option A is eliminated. Come to option B. Quint said that he wondered what he wanted of us. He wondered is subject plus V2 simple past. He wanted is also subject plus V2 simple past. Leave it there. I'll come back to it. Come to C. Quint said that is not there. He wondered what he wants of them. Wants is simple present. We want simple past tense. Option C is eliminated. Come to option D. Quint said that he wondered. Subject plus V2 simple past. Said that. What he wanted. Subject plus V2 simple past. Of them. Now the only difference between option B and D is that. Options B and D is that. Option B says us, option D says them. Now we need to think whether it must be, we should decide whether it must be us or them. Come to question. I wonder what he wants of us, said Quint. Am I included in that? I am not included in that. There us means Quint said that. So Quint is included, that's why Quint said us. So I am going to report it. I am not included in that, so I cannot go for us. It must be them. Quint said that he wondered what he wanted of them. The answer must be option D. Clear? Come to the next one. The doctor said to the patient, take complete rest. This is an advice. Doctors advise us. This is an advice, a piece of advice. And a piece of advice in the indirect speech must be in the infinitive form. Advice comes under imperative sentences. Request, order, advice, comment. We want this sentence to be in the infinitive form. Based on that, A is eliminated. Because A is not in the infinitive form. Come to A. The doctor told to the patient. I told you, told to is a wrong usage. Doctor told the patient is a correct usage. And one more reason, there is no infinitive form here, gone. Come to option B. The doctor asked the patient take complete rest. It is not asked in fact, but still, there is no infinitive form here. Option D is eliminated. Come to option B. The doctor advised the patient. Makes sense, because doctors advise patients. The doctor advised the patient. Advise to the patient is a wrong usage. The doctor advised the patient to take complete rest. The verb in the question is take. The infinitive form of take is to take. So to take is to plus V1 plural infinitive must be considered. Come to C. The doctor suggested the patient. The doctor suggested the patient is a wrong usage. As you know, it must be the doctor suggested to the patient. So suggested the patient is a wrong usage, eliminated. The answer must be option B. The next one. Indirect speech. He ordered his servant to do as he was told. He ordered his servant to do as he was told. He was told is simple past. This is indirect to direct. Indirect to direct. In the indirect speech, it is simple past. So in the indirect speech, it becomes simple present. So we want an option which is in the simple present tense, right? Now, option D is anyway gone. It is not in the indirect speech. It is not in the direct speech. The question is in the indirect speech. We want the answer in the direct speech. Option D is eliminated. The meaning should remain the same. Come to option A. He ordered his servant, do as you are told. Ordered appears. The word ordered appears in the indirect speech. We want the answer in the direct speech, so option A is eliminated. Come to B. He said to his servant. Ordered becomes said to, because direct to indirect, said to becomes ordered. So indirect to direct, ordered becomes said to. He said to his servant, do as you are told. Do as you are told. You are told is simple present. Simple present. He was told is was plus V3. Was told is was plus V3, and was plus V3 is simple past in the passive voice. I told you in the direct speech, while discussing the rules I told you, in the direct speech and the indirect speech, the question, the sentence must be in the same voice. Active voice in the direct speech, active voice in the indirect speech, passive voice the same. I was do as he was told is was plus V3, simple past, passive voice. Come to option B once again. He said to his servant, do as you are told. Are told is are plus V3, and are plus V3 is simple present in the passive voice itself. So simple past became simple present. The meaning remains the same. Then both are in the passive voice. Yeah, both are in the passive voice. You are told, act passive voice. He was told, passive voice. The meaning remains the same. The tense and the category changed. Simple past became simple present. Right? Everything is fine. Option B must be considered. Come to see. He said to his servant, do as I told you. I told you is subject plus V2. And subject plus V2 is simple past. We want the answer to be in the simple present tense. Gone. The answer must be option B. He said to his servant, within quotations, do as you are told. The next one. He said, be quiet and listen to my words. He said, be quiet and listen to my words. That means it's a compulsion made by him. Be quiet and listen to my words. He urged them to be quiet and listen to his words. Urge them, compulsion, makes sense. Urge them to be quiet and listen to his words. Come to B. He urged them and said, be quiet. Said no, said that. So option B is eliminated. Come to C. He said they should be quiet and listen to his words. Should is a modal. Such a modal is not given there in the question. So option C is eliminated. Come to option D. He said you should be quiet. Said that becomes, anyway, said that is not there. Then should is a modal, not there in the question, gone. The answer must be A. He urged them. It's a compulsion made by him, like urging them. He urged them to be quiet and listen to his words. Come to the next one. It's always listen to. I have seen the film before. I have seen the film before. Sunitha says. The reporting verb is says. Tense and category. Tense is present tense. I told you all the rules are applicable only if the reporting verb is in the past tense. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, the tense and the category of the sentence must remain the same. Here the reporting verb is says, present tense. The rules are not applicable. The tense and the category must remain the same. I have seen the film before. Have seen is have plus V3, present perfect. So in indirect speech also it must be present perfect. Based on that, I eliminate three options. Had seen is had plus V3, past perfect, eliminated. Was seen is was plus V3, simple past, passive voice. Seen is V3. See is V1, saw is V2, seen is V3, simple past, passive voice, eliminated. Actually the question is in the active voice. Have seen is have plus V3, present perfect in the active voice. You know structures by heart, active voice and passive voice. She said the film was seen by her before. Was seen is was plus V3, simple past in the passive voice. The question is in the active voice. The answer must also be in the active voice. Option C is eliminated. Come to Delhi. Now here I eliminate C, A and D because of another reason, which is simple concept. The reporting verb in the question is says, present tense. I told you we have no right to change the tense of the reporting verb. Easily A, C and D are gone. Because A, C and D says said, past tense. We cannot change the tense of the reporting verb. Only one option is left. Now come to option B. Sunita says that. Said becomes said that. Says becomes says that. You know this. Sunita says that the reporting verb is in the present tense. She has seen the film before. She has seen, and has seen is has plus V3, present perfect. Present perfect in the direct speech. Present perfect in the indirect speech. The answer must be option B. The next one. The poor examinee said, "Oh God, take pity on me." The poor examinee said, "Oh God, take pity on me." The meaning should be the same. The poor examinee prayed God. Now, prayed God is wrong usage. We pray God or we pray to God? We don't pray God, we pray to God. So the poor examinee prayed God is a wrong usage. Option A is eliminated. Come to option B. The poor examinee invoking God. Invoking God means like, oh God. Oh God means like getting the attention of God actually. But just believe that. Invoking God, implored him, requested him to take pity on him, requested, implored. To take is 2 plus V1 plural. Imperative sentence must be in the infinitive form. Implored him to take pity on him. Fine. Makes sense. Actually, this must be capital H. Spelling mistake. Because this him is referring to God. When we use a pronoun to refer to a god or a goddess, no matter whether the pronoun comes at the beginning, middle or end of a sentence, that pronoun must start with a capital letter actually. So must capital H, spelling mistake. Implored him to take pity on him. Makes sense. The same meaning actually. Come to see. The poor examinee exclaimed that God take pity on him. Eliminated. Right. The poor examinee asked God to take pity on him. We don't ask God for anything. We request God. We pray to God. Gone. The answer must be option B. The poor examinee invoking God implored him. Him means God. To take pity on him. This him refers to the poor examinee. The next one. What about going for a swim? He said, it's quite fine now. IT apostrophe as its is the short form of it is. And it is simple present. Simple present must become simple past. In all the options we have simple past. So we cannot get any help from that tense and category. It's quite fine now. Now changes to then. Based on that, B is eliminated. Then is not there. C is eliminated. Then is not there. D is eliminated. Then is not there. The answer must be option A. Come to A. He asked me what about going for a swim. As it was quite fine then. It was quite fine is simple past. Simple present became simple past. Now became then. The answer must be option A. Getting it? The next one. He said to me, I expect you to attend the function. I expect you to attend the function. I expect, the subject here is I. Expect is V1. Subject plus V1 is simple present. Simple present must become simple past. I expect you to attend the function. Come to option A. He told me that. Told me that is the correct usage. He told me that he had expected. Had expected is had plus V3 past perfect. We want simple past. Option A is eliminated. Come to option B. He told to me. He told to me is a wrong usage. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. He told me that he expected me. Expected me is subject plus V2 simple past. To have attended. To have is not given there in the statement. Have attended is have plus V3 eliminated. The only option left is D. Now come to D. He told me that he expected me to attend the function. The same meaning. He expected is subject plus V2 simple past. Simple present became simple past. The meaning remains the same. Grammatically correct. The next one. The teacher said Gandhiji was born in India. The rules are not applicable because this is a fact. I can't say Gandhiji is born in India now. Gandhiji was born in India. The rules are not applicable. The rules are not applicable because this is something that happened in reality. The tense and the category must remain the same. So had been born is eliminated. Had been born is had plus been plus V3. Had plus been plus V3 is past perfect in the passive voice. Gandhiji was born, now eliminated. We want simple past tense, gone. Come to Bombay. The teacher says. The reporting verb in the question is said, past tense. We cannot change the tense of the reporting verb. Based on that, Bombay is eliminated. B says present tense. The tense of the reporting verb should not be changed. Gone. Come to C. The teacher said that Gandhiji had born in India. Had born is had plus V3 past perfect. We want it to be simple past itself. The answer must be D. Come to option D. The teacher said that Gandhiji was born in India. Simple past here as well. The answer must be option D. Got it? The next one. I said to him, how do you know this? Question mark. Interrogative sentence. This becomes that. In all the options we have that. If or whether should be used or should not be used? Should not be used. Because the interrogative sentence starts with the question word how. So if or whether should not be used. In none of these four options we have if or whether. That is also fine. How do you know this? How do you know is subject plus V1 simple present. Do is V1. Naturally it is always do plus V1 plural. Do, does, did plus V1 plural. Do you know? Know is V1 plural because no S, no ES, no IS. Simple present must become simple past. I asked him, come to the question once again. I said to him, how do you know this? I asked him how I knew that or how he knew that. How he knew that because I said to him, how do you know this? So I asked him how he knew that is correct. Based on that, A is gone. I knew. C is gone. C also says I knew. Now we have only two options left, B and D. Come to Bombay. I asked him that. I told you, asked cannot be followed by that or to. In option B, asked is followed by that. Grammatically wrong, eliminated. The answer must be D. Come to D. I asked him how he knew that. The subject here is he. Knew is V2. It's know, knew, known. V1, V2, V3. Know, knew, known. Subject plus V2 is simple past. Simple present became simple past. The answer must be option D. The next one. He said, we are all sinners. Rules are applicable, not applicable? Not applicable. This is a very general statement. A statement that is applicable to everyone. We are all sinners. A statement applicable to everyone. All in the sense everyone. General statement, the tense in the category must remain the same. One more thing, this is a fact because all of us commit sins, right, daily. We are all sinners. The tense in the category is simple present. So we want an option, the simple present tense itself. Based on that, be is gone, were, past tense. C is gone, was, past tense. D is gone, were, past tense. The answer must be option A. He said that we are all sinners. We are all sinners are a simple present tense. Got it? Right. Come next one. Now in this case, I cannot change we to they, because if I say he said they are all sinners, means like it is not a general statement. It applies only to them and not to us. Right. It is a general statement, means applicable to everyone. Them, us, everyone. Applicable to them, applicable to us, everyone. The principal told us, wait here till I return. Here changes to there. Based on that, options A and D are eliminated, because A and D say here. Fine. Now, this is like an order, and I told you we can use the word asked, or in the case of an order, told is also fine. Come to option B. The principal told us to wait there till he returned. I return, the question, I return is subject plus V1, simple present. Simple present must become simple past. Based on that, C is eliminated. C says return, simple present. The answer must be option B. Come to Bombay. The principal told us to wait. To wait is 2 plus V1 plural infinitive. There, here became there. Till he returned. It is not I returned actually, it must be he returned, because the principal told us. He returned. He returned is subject plus V2, simple past tense. The answer must be option B. Getting it? The next one. My mother said to me, who is your best friend? Question mark, interrogative sentence. Who is your best friend is simple present. Simple present must become simple past. Based on that, option D is eliminated. D says is present tense. If or whether should be used or should not be used? Should not be used, because the interrogative sentence starts with a WH word, who. Come to option A. My mother questioned me as to. As to is the same as whether. As to is the same as whether. He asked me as to whether, as to I am going there. That means he asked me as to I was going there. That means he asked me whether I was going there. So he asked me whether I was going there is the same as he asked me as to I was going there. As to is the same as whether. The interrogative sentence is starting with a WH word. So if or whether should not be used. Option A is eliminated. Come to option B. My mother asked me who was my best friend. Full stop. It is not an interrogative sentence. I told you a sentence in the indirect speech cannot be termed as an interrogative sentence. Come to C. My mother asked me who my best friend was. Full stop. Who was my best friend? Simple past tense. Who my best friend was? Simple past tense. So tense in the category, fine. Simple present became simple past. Now, I told you the option that we go for as the answer must be grammatically correct. I repeat, a sentence in the indirect speech is not an interrogative sentence. If it is not interrogative, as you know, the auxiliary verb must appear after the noun or pronoun. If it is not interrogative, the auxiliary verb must appear after the noun or pronoun. Come to option B. My mother asked me who was my best friend. My best friend is the noun here. Was is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming before the noun. The auxiliary verb can come before the noun only if it is an interrogative sentence. A sentence in indirect speech is not an interrogative sentence. Bombay is eliminated. The answer must be C. Come to C. We'll check whether C is grammatically correct or not. My mother asked me. Yes, question, asked. Said to becomes asked. My mother asked me who my best friend was. My best friend is the noun here. Was is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming after the noun, not an interrogative sentence, grammatically correct. Getting it?